Hi there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to day 231 of our Be a Better You annual challenge. Today we are talking about and focusing on letting go. Letting go of negative thoughts, negative beliefs, negative emotions. You'll notice that we talk about letting go strategies both in our mental area and aspect of our life as well as our emotional. And it's usually spiritual and sometimes even physical things we need to actually let go of. So today we're going to talk about something called 8 acts and letting go of negative emotions. And tomorrow I'm going to share with you, I'm going to go and dig through my archives and find, I did back when I was in my Italian food days, a series of physical letting go exercises. I physically did things to get rid of a limiting belief. It was the I'm not good enough, I don't deserve belief back in the day. And it is so powerful. I like to revisit it every once in a while, but it shows you how you can add creativity in your own personality and your own style to how you release things, how you let them go. And all letting go means or letting go of negative emotions is not letting them have a negative impact on you anymore. Now, if you can turn them to a positive, all the better. But we want to, flip that switch and do that. But we want to make sure that we have the ability to, and the consciousness and the self-awareness to know when something is negatively impacting us. And usually if we reflect and meditate and have some quiet time and think, we'll see patterns of behaviors, patterns of things that trigger our negative emotions. And we want to let go of those things and let go of those triggers and erase the power that those triggers have on us in order to live and create the life that we want. So what are some of the tools that we use to do that? Hypnosis. I use hypnosis just about every day. Visualization, I do use every day. Meditation, affirmations, I use those things every day. We talked about the flip switch a couple of days ago and the power that has to change us instantly. Now, once we change ourselves in the moment, we want to make sure that we go back and spend a couple of minutes actually releasing and letting go of that negative emotion to the best of our ability. I do it by looking at it, finding the triggers, redefining it. One of my favorite ways to deal with something quickly is to redefine what it means to me and then reinforce that new definition so that for a negative thing, it's almost impossible, literally impossible for me to get to the depths of that negative feeling that I used to experience on a regular basis. The swish pattern, that's from NLP. Tony Robbins teaches that, where you take and then you make big and bold, and we should probably spend a whole day on this tool, the thing that you want, and little and tiny and insignificant, the thing that you don't want. So you take different scenes and you flip them really quickly in your mind. It's called the swish pattern. Meditation, of course, works. Just having quiet time to be present and breathe helps us to see more clearly what's actually going on in our lives. So often we get caught up in the emotion of the moment or what's right in front of our face, the immediate, that we don't realize the long-term impact that some of the things that we experience have on us. And then physical acts of eliminating negative emotions. Literally, I remember one day, I was back in my Italian food manufacturing days, and I'll share the story tomorrow. I was sick and tired of feeling a certain way. And I had a whole pattern of triggers, and this was before I knew how to look for patterns in my own behavior and triggers. But I knew something was off, and I had to get rid of this I don't deserve, I'm not good enough emotion that I had latched onto, because it's definitely a negative emotion. It's absolutely a lie for every single one of us. Every single one of us deserves and is good enough to have whatever it is that we want, right? As long as it's not something that negatively impacts other humans and society, etc. We are all unique and different, and we all want different things, and we want different methodologies for achieving those things. But I found that most of the time when I'm not getting something that I want, or something isn't working out the way I thought or I wanted to, it's because I have some kind of a block or a false belief, like I'm not good enough, I don't deserve, I'm not worthy. Who am I to have that when other people are starving in third world countries? Who am I to want that, right? I mean, how ridiculous is that? That's what we're here for. We are little manifesting, creating machines, and our job is to become the best possible version of ourselves and then share that with the world so that we give other people permission to do the same. All right. So I don't remember where I learned it, but there's this thought or this theory that you have to do letting go strategies 8 times on a certain thing in order to eliminate that negative emotion. I don't think it's backed in science. I don't know what it's backed in. It's probably a woo-woo thing that I heard on a recording, and then I just started repeating because I tried the release and the letting go of the I'm not good enough 8 times, and it had a positive impact on me. So I'd be curious if you know anything about that 8x times, 8 times to release a negative emotion. Has that proven out to be true for you or not? And if I think back on it, different negative things and negative emotions like failure, I'm not good enough, I've definitely let go of at least 8 times in my life. And so you would think they never rear their ugly head, but they still do, right? It's like anything else that people scientifically state as a fact or a statistic. May or may not be true, because the truth, what works for you, and reality are all different things, right? They're all different things. All right. If I can help you anyway, here's what I want you to do today. I want you to pick one letting go strategy and pick one negative emotion that you're experiencing today and apply that strategy to that negative emotion. So, for example, if I feel frustrated today, you know, I've been working on frustration a lot this year. I'm going to actually write that down, frustrated. Frustration is what I'm going to work on today. If I feel frustrated, I'm probably going to flip switch because it's a busy day. But if I can, I will use the swish pattern. And then at the end of the day today, I will use, of course, visualization and hypnosis before I go to bed. And gratitude and appreciation. All right. So pick a negative emotion you want to work on today and tomorrow. And tomorrow will be fun because I had a blast. And you're not supposed to have fun, but I think you are supposed to have fun letting go of things that no longer serve you. And so I will dig out those old videos, and I'll probably see if I can put the links in the comments below tomorrow, or maybe I don't know how to share snippets of them while I'm talking, so I don't know that I can do that. But I want to go back and revisit them and see how ridiculous they actually are, because they probably are ridiculous. I think it's way back before I started doing videos and showing up on the internet. So I'm sure they're hilarious. And I just did them for me. So I guess I'll have to look at them and decide if I actually want to share them or not, or if they're too embarrassing. But I can pull out the strategies that I used, the things that I did. You know, I mean, I wrote on a mirror, I am not good enough. And then I foamed it and cleaned it off. That's one of the examples. All right. So pick a negative emotion you want to work on. We're going to work on it today and tomorrow. You're going to start today by picking one of these tools and applying it. And I would say by the end of the week, we'll make sure that we've done it with 8 different technologies or techniques so that we can really nail it and get rid of it and turn it into a positive for you once and for all. Any questions about this, ask. That's what I'm here for. Otherwise, go out, make it an amazing day. And I will, of course, see you tomorrow.